Okay, there. So we'll pick this up for the Divine Masculine. We just left off with the Divine Feminines of being the chosen one. Anything else, Spirit, for the Divine Feminines regarding this reading? Anything else for the current energy of the Divine Feminines? This was in reverse, so no longer being greedy and thinking that holding on to your material possessions as if that would give you a sturdy foundation. You're finally, Divine Feminines are seeing that the material possessions are not what's going to create a sturdy foundation, but your spiritual faith and unconditional love for people is what's going to give you the stable foundation, not material possessions. Okay, clarifying the masculines. Knight of Wands, Spirit. What do we have for the Divine Masculine? For the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands for the Divine Masculine. Knight of Wands for the masculines. I have to make sure they're upright. Knight of Wands for the Divine Masculine. The Page of Coins, a messenger, bringing a message, wanting to, trying to be confident, coming from the heart. Anything else? Thank you. And he wants to communicate that he's done with the three-party situation. He wants to get out from under this mess he's made with this message. It's regarding the fact that he knows now that he's made this entwined mess of communication of the three parties or more. But he wants to get out from under that, and he's working hard at getting out. This is an ending, so it's an ending to that. Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles clarifies with the Eight of Pentacles, putting the work in, and this is also about him receiving a message, perhaps regarding work, maybe a relocation, a new job, something that's going to increase his pentacles, I'm hearing. He's going to be creative, someone's an artist or a design architect, perhaps. It's manifesting this new beginning to come forward, to have the strength. Seven of Swords, clarify Seven of Swords. Okay. Regarding the Lovers, he wants to come out of the cold so that he can celebrate with you. Yes, he's thinking a lot about the Divine Feminine. He misses you a lot. He's thinking of you. He's got that magnetic pull. Probably if the chaser, most likely if it was the Divine Feminine, when you first met this person, first put your hand on this person, shook their hand, whatever, you received that magnetic, that like activation of your sacral chakra and the magnetic pull right off the bat, but they did not. It took a while for them, for that light bulb to come on, for the activation, for the awakening, right? Because as you healed yourself, then they awoke. Now they are awoke and they have that sacral chakra activation, that magnetic pull, because you've set boundaries and walked, stepped away. I won't say walked away. You're not turning your back on it, but you're loving self and you're getting in mission, as you should. Hierophant, clarify the Hierophant. Yes, the Hierophant having the strength, trying to find the strength. For some, they didn't have any strength. They couldn't stand up against the karmic. Even though they were, might have been the masculine, but the karmic controlled them. The karmic controlled their mind. They couldn't, I just keep hearing that they were not in control of their own mind with the karmic. For whoever that was for. I'm sure it's not for everyone. Four of Swords, taking a rest, divine rest as needed, but dreaming of bringing this message, dreaming of the Divine Feminine, and Spirit sending messages and healing to that person, as well as the Divine Feminine is sending the healing to the 5Ds, coming up or waking up from Four of Swords as a King of Cups, ready in his heart chakra to offer a cup of love. Ending of this cycle, beginning of this cycle, knowing now that it is divine timing, and it's a balancing. They're trying to balance with this divine timing and the end in the beginning. Trying to see clearly of this, trying to watch the light or look to the light for guidance, using their intuition as well. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles for the masculine, please. Ten of Pentacles for the masculine. Yes, the Ten of Pentacles, they want that Four of Wands. They want stability. They want calm waters and passion. They want the Chariot to move forward. They want to drive this chariot forward with the divine light, with the divine in it together. There, the Seven of Cups. They know that the Nine of Cups, that the Divine Feminine is, he just sees her as the most beautiful thing they've ever seen, that she glows, that she's calm and with her emotional intelligence and calm intelligence, or calm emotions, that she blossoms, she just blooms, and that they see her as very abundant and hardworking, holding their Four of Coins, working on building their pentacles for a stable foundation, because they are not understanding that it's not the pentacles or the material possessions that will make them stable. Anything else for the Four of Coins? Anything else for the Four of Coins? Four of Coins, they also know that they've hurt and had many tears, as well as they know they've caused many tears. The Knight of Wands, that is with their player energy, in and out, not in their truth. But they're coming up as a King of Swords, wanting to come forward. They've grown their wings now. They've had their transformation. They've had their rebirth as well. They've arisen and are ready to take flight with their sword of truth to the star. This is also Aquarius. They know that even with the Tower falls, that she shines brightly, stays at high vibration, and she guides them out of this disaster. Empress, clarify the Empress. Putting an end to, he knows that this is the Empress. She holds the key to his heart. He also knows that he had her entangled in a web of pain, the Eight of Swords, with all these swords that hurt. This is also him holding himself in this web of lies, trying to cut himself free from the pain. But he also needs to realize that this is self-imposed. He can just take a sword and cut free, remove the blindfold to see. Clarify the Eight of Swords for the masculine. For some of these masculines, they may still be tied up with a, not literally, tied up with a karmic situation, or girlfriend karmic, whichever, or a situation. If they live in another country, then there's things tying them and blocking their travel, I'm hearing. But Queen of Cups, they do want to come to the Queen of Cups. Again, they want to take that leap of faith forward, not letting anything hold them back. They know she holds the key to their heart. They were trying to bring her a gift, hoping that she will accept this gift. Again, they want 6 of coins, very much focused. Someone's focused on their coins. 6 of coins wants balance, give and take, not being greedy. Ace, a new beginning with the Ace of Wands and an Ace of Cups right there. Clarify the Ace of Cups. Who gets the Ace of Cups? The Emperor is bringing the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups with the Emperor. Ace of Cups with the Emperor. Communication. This is communication coming to the Divine Feminine. He wants to surrender, not only to the Divine Feminine, but also surrendering to the Great Spirit to take control of the situation, take control of his life, and help him move forward with the situation. He wants to offer this cup of love to the Divine Feminine, not needing control, but moving forward. As a King of Cups, nurtured himself, wants the 10 of Cups. Ace of Cups again. Jeez. Regarding the Lovers. And having the strength just keeps coming out. He does see her as putting behind things that no longer serve him. Wants to offer the Queen of Pentacles, and he does see her as the Queen of Wands as well. Share any true precise messages that you'd like to share with the Divine Collective. Divine Feminines first, please. Divine Feminines first. As we put ourselves first. By the guidance of the Divine. And the masculines first. Whoa. I like it. I like it a lot. Divine Feminine, you got, on the initiation, you've got a well-deserved reward, and you are glowing. You are you've raised the level, you've raised the bar. And for the Divine Masculine, spread your wings, you're ready to fly. Divine guidance is here on your path. I'm also going to give you some of these messages. But they be true and precise for the reading. True and precise messages towards the reading, please. These were channeled messages. Over time, I just keep adding to it as I get them. Instead of keeping separate piles, I just keep adding it to one pile. Most of them started off as inner child healing. See, there's plenty of those, as well as other advice. If you ask yourself a question that you want an answer to, sometimes we do get a yes or a no out of this pile. Plant your seeds and sow them well, and have faith. Just as you plant a tree, you don't sit there and wait for it to grow. You just water it, right? You plant it and you water it and know that it's going to receive sunlight if you planted it in the right place, of course. And then you just care for it every now and then, and it'll grow. You don't need to hover over it wondering what they're doing every day, or wondering, who else is by the tree. That's for someone. Anyway. I think this one's for me because my dogs are waiting for their daily walk. But go for a walk daily and meditate. Let's see. Lapis lazuli will sedate energy within you, but carnelian will stimulate the energy. So, this is lapis lazuli. It's also the blue bracelet on my wrist. Keep me calm. And this is the carnelian that stimulates. The carnelian also cleans the negative energy away from your other crystals. So if you get one of those, you can put it with your crystals. It'll absorb the negative energy, and then you just have to clean that one. Stop stalking them. What did we just say about the plant, right? You don't have to hover over them and wonder who's with them. Don't worry what the karmic's doing or what they're doing on social media. Stop stalking. When they're ready to come to you, they'll come to you. Clean out your closets. That's what we said, right? Clean out your closets. Not only, your the skeletons in your closet from your, past or whatever, things that you might have forgotten all about, but are still holding you back in some sense. Maybe if you think, okay, what's the worst thing that they could find out about you, and something comes to mind, then deal with that, heal it, and release it to the ethers. And if nothing else, then tell the partner about it so that it's out in the open. It might be ugly at first, but at least you have time to clean it up, clean up the mess, right? Don't concern yourself with others' opinions. Absolutely. Let them gossip all they want. If that's all the low zombies have to do in their life is to spread gossip, then one, that is very sad. But two, don't worry about what their opinion is, because if they're that low vibration, then their opinion doesn't matter. And I know that sounds egotistical, but it's not coming from ego at all. Self-doubt. Don't have any self-doubt, because with self-doubt, then you are not going to be able to hear your intuition. You won't be able to hear your spirit guide speaking to you. You need to be sure of yourself, in one with your higher self, so that you can hear your spirit guides, hear your intuition. They're calling to you. They're sending you synchronicities. Divine masculines. I feel like that's for divine masculines more so. And if that question that you asked yourself, if the answer was no, you do not reach out to the divine masculines, divine feminines, because you're the high priestess. You sit on your throne and you wait for them to gain that courage, because if they don't gain the courage and strength to come to you and you reach out to them, then you're starting that rubber band effect all over again, mostly because you don't want someone who doesn't have courage and strength to defend the home front, right? You want someone with courage and strength to stand up for you, so they need to be able to stand up for themselves as well. Take the leap of faith, gentlemen. Spirit has your back. Alright, what is your node? What is your north node? What is your south node? If you look this up and study it, your north node is going to be what your sole purpose of when you reincarnated here to Earth, what that sole purpose and mission is supposed to be. Okay, your south node is what's going to be probably what you're kind of doing in the earthly realm currently, or the location you're at. You are worthy. You are also loved. So don't question yourself. Fear is blocking you. Someone that has fear, remember, fear is an illusion. Don't make, there's a card that didn't come out though. Hang on. This is good. This is important. This one. I like this card. It's a good example of fear, right? This reminds me of those, when my kids were little, they had these little dolls, they're Transformers, right? They turn out to this, and then they turn them all over, and they turn out to this great big huge monster. It starts with a car, and you make it into a person or something, right? Well, in your mind, your fear is this, right? This person is obviously not this big, or your problem is not this big, right? It's not going to cut you, hack you up, and chew you up and spit you out, right? It's just a problem. Just face it head on. No one's laughing about you. In your mind, your fear is exaggerating that it's this big and that everybody else knows about it, everybody else is laughing about it. But that's not the case. That's just your fear getting you worked up over analyzing the situation. This is a great card. Kind of creepy to come out in readings, but that's a good example of fear. I hope you have a blessed day. We'll see you tomorrow.